Next man up. Fighting to the end. Yeah, so ready. Hey, we all we got. We all we need. All we got. We all we need. Fellas, that's a hell of an effort.
It was as much a celebration of a big Bulls win as it was an emotional release for the Bulls team following a 34-31 victory over the Florida Atlantic Owls. Hi, everybody, from UB Stadium. My name is Paul Peck, radio voice of Bulls football, along with radio color analyst Scott Wilson. Scott, it was one of the more wild, crazy, and emotional games in Bulls history, and you could see it in the celebration, how that release just came out.
A big win for Buffalo, now 2-2 on the season, heading into conference play. Drew Anderson coming in the second half, having a beautiful touchdown pass that was the eventual game winner.
It's the life of a backup quarterback. Nobody really knows who you are. Nobody knows how good you are until they need you to be good. And on this night, Drew Anderson was. Drew Anderson looking at a blitz, shotgun snap, he's going to throw, hangs it up, fade, end zone, Anthony Johnson, bullseye, it's a Buffalo touchdown!
Welcome to the show, Drew Anderson.
I mean, it's hard. Like you said, you don't really go into the game expecting necessarily to play, because that means probably something not very good happened. But you just got to prepare like you're going to play every week, and kind of, I guess, trick yourself into thinking you are going to be out there. And I mean, the defense and the running game, the O-line made it, they made it pretty easy for me.
I mean, like, at practice, he's running with the ones all day, every day, so it's like the connection is already there. Like, he practices with us every day, so it's like it's not nothing new to us. Like, he came, man, it's like, oh, we're just gonna stick to the routine and we're gonna make big plays.
Drew Anderson's a guy that's had a great spring. He had a fine, also a very solid fall camp. He's waited patiently. He doesn't say a word. He doesn't get rattled. But I saw a young man who came in and did an excellent job executing our offense. But also, if you really watch at the end, he was managing the clock in the huddle. He managed the clock at the line of scrimmage with the cadence to work the clock. He did a lot of things that really helped us win tonight.
Anderson came into the game because Tyree Jackson, the Bulls' starting quarterback, after an amazing first half, gets hurt right at the end of the first half. The air was sucked out of this stadium, Scott. It could have affected the team, but they found it in themselves in the halftime locker room to come out and rally behind their new QB.
A potentially demoralizing injury, not just losing a star player, but a star player that was dominating the game in the first half. He had almost 150 yards passing, 2 touchdowns on the ground, and was in the middle of leading another scoring drive just before the half. But Buffalo was able to rally. Maybe it worked out for them that it happened just before halftime. They were able to go in, regroup. They came out, they played emotionally, they played hard, and were able to get the win for their injured comrade.
And I think a lot of that emotion came from the Bulls defense that had 2 great drives, a 3-and-out on the first drive of the half. That really sort of told everybody, hey, we'll pick you up if we need to.
A couple of big hits mixed in there too to really lift the spirits of the team. I think it turned the momentum of the game in favor of Buffalo.
We felt it as soon as Tyree went down, as soon as they went crazy like they had won the Super Bowl after it went down. We came in at halftime and we really knew that, we had to make plays. We knew that we were coming out first and we knew that we needed to make stops early. That's the mentality we've had all year. It's the mentality Coach Lionpool preaches in the locker room every day. And we just need to go out there, continue to compete, and continue to go fight for a win.
Meanwhile, Anderson is slinging the ball around like he's been playing for years. 7 of 9 in the second half, looked confident, looked strong. Theo Anderson ran well, Emmanuel Reed ran well. The offense started to do what they needed to.
Yeah, the offense really didn't miss a beat once Tyree left, and that's really a credit to Drew Anderson being prepared, stepping into that role here today. Very efficient. When he was called upon to make the big plays, he was able to make it, including that big touchdown there over the top to give Buffalo a 10-point lead at the time.
So now the Bulls have some momentum. 2 wins in a row, a 2-2 record going into the MAC opener, which comes up on Saturday against Kent State. And even though the injuries and maybe the loss of a starting quarterback are kind of hanging, I think everybody feels like, hey, we got a guy who can help us win.
Yeah, I think everybody played pretty composed out there in a tough situation. I look forward to seeing what Drew Anderson is capable of doing with a week of practice against a Kent State team that has struggled so far in the early going.
So that's the MAC opener for the Bulls. It comes up on Saturday, a 3:30 start at Dick's Stadium in Kent, Ohio, as the Bulls move out of non-conference and into the Mid-American Conference play. It was a wild one here at UB Stadium, a lot of fun, but one fans will never forget. With Scott Wilson, my name is Paul Peck. Thanks for joining us for this Bulls Digital Update.
gonna be a hell of a ride. Be proud of yourselves. Congratulations. All for 1 on 2. 1, 2.